Alright. So for talents, I like taking Demonic Appetite just because it reduces the... It pretty much just gives you Soul Fragments, which also heal you, and give you Fury, this for the damage, and Fury Generation, this just because I think Blade Dance is good. Soul Rending for the Leech, this for the First Blood, reduces the Blade, it reduces the Fury cost of your... Hold on, I'll explain talents after this, because fighting team fights is more important than discussing talents, I'd say. But the build right here is just kind of focused. I'd say my build's focused around AoE damage and just kind of single target damage, I'd say. Like, I'll try and burst this guy. I'll do my best, and I'll actually do decent damage to him. That wasn't all me, but... a bunch of rogues in this BG too. The nice part is that Blade Dance does so much damage AoE. And this spec... I mean, this build just does a ton of damage AoE too. I feel like it's very good in that way. Like, all those guys have a dot on them now. That does 1,000 over a few seconds. There's a bunch of healers here though. I'm probably gonna have to focus this guy down, but it seems like team's not really wanting much of it. I'm gonna stun everyone here. Again, just pressing Blade Dance on cooldown. It's mainly the only thing I'm doing. And then, obviously you want to, I mean, Chaos Strike whenever you can, but Blade Dance kind of makes you invulnerable to melee attacks as well, when there's a lot of melee around you. So most of your damage is from Dash Sweep and Trail of Ruin, and I-Beam and Immolation Aura, but once you actually, I guess, kind of learn the build and learn where your high points of Fury come from with Immolation Aura, and like after Immolation Aura, you're just going to be using Demon's Bite to generate Fury, unless you get Soul Fragments, which is, it's an occurrence, but it's a rare occurrence, I'd say. More rare than it was before. But pretty much all you're doing is I-beaming to get into Demon form, and then once you're in Demon form, you just want to Blade Dance in as many people as possible. And yeah, that's generally how I play this. I probably shouldn't run in here, but I'll do whatever I want. Just gonna stun all those guys and run away. Pretty dead here. That's a lot of melee, man. Maybe I should actually run with my healers, because my healers go out and then I go out. The question is, fuck it. So I know Fell Barrage is really good, but I don't like that it can get interrupted, and I don't think Dark Slash is actually really worth taking that much. I mean, it increases Chaos Strike damage, but even then, when I've used it, I feel like I don't do that much damage. So, I don't know. We're just seeing where this goes, I guess. Seeing what happens in this BG. What do they have? 2 Disc Priests, I believe, is what they have. Okay, let's use cooldowns here. I'm gonna go on Rogues, because Rogues are the squishiest for Demon Hunters. I'm gonna stun all these guys. Pretty much just Blade Dance whenever that's up. Gonna use Metamorphosis to go back on the healers. Got a Soul Fragment there, that was cool. Immolation Aura just for the Fury generation, and then just Chaos Strike again. Like, really, I'd say Demon Hunter's kind of looking on the weaker side right now. At least in my opinion, but there's always time to fix classes. I'd say our survival's still really good, but there's definitely something that needs fixing here. Whether it be our single target damage, our AoE damage, or whatever is happening. Probably just gonna stick on the rogue, because we do hit rogues decently hard. And we'll go on the healer on that note, because he ranged me. Now let's just spam Chaos Strike. Please break. There we go. I'm gonna stun all these guys. Pretty much just using my Blade Dance whenever I can, because it just adds an AoE effect, and does AoE damage as well. We should be fighting in objectives, but do I really want the win? Only a little bit. Let's go back kind of towards their healer. He's pretty much just getting pocket healed by the other healer as well, but let's not acknowledge that. Let's just pretend like that's not happening. You'll see most of my damage just comes from, I don't even know what it's called. The damage over time effect from Blade Dance is what most of my damage is coming from, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because it is just applying on to everyone around me, and I don't really have to think about it. I'm capping out on Fury way too much, though. Like, way, way, way too much. Let's see if we can do anything on this guy. Got a good AoE stun there. Pretty much gonna use this. Probably gonna jump in Metamorphosis here. Use Blade Dance again. At least hit the DK with that. And a lot of your damage is just from Blade Dance. I don't even know what you want to call it. I don't know what the... Is it called Blade Dance? Death Sweep is the Metamorphosis term for it, but a lot of your damage is from Blade Dance or Death Sweep, whatever you want to call it. Especially on fights like this where it's just two rogues, it really shows the AoE damage. And the single target damage as well. I mean, my Blade Dance hits for like 3k when you combine all the hits together. Let's see, another Blade Dance here. Probably gonna go on the Rogue, because I do hit Rogues harder, or Healer. Either one. Either one of those are good targets. Gonna I-beam here. Also gonna Blur, because I have a lot of people on me. By a lot of people, I mean like more than one. This guy's just not moving. His health's not moving, dude. We'll Blade Dance here, if I don't die. I'll use Darkness here too. Yeah. So pretty much I'm just using Blade Dance. I mean, I don't want to say it like that, but for the most part I am right now. It's nice because it does so much damage now. That Fell Lord's not that great. I could die here. They actually focus me. Should maybe focus the healer. Better. Melee focused me out of nowhere. You'll see that this build though, you can pretty much just like run into groups and you'll heal for a decent amount. Like my self healing's actually decent, but of course we lost, but this is the build that I like the most in my opinion. I've tried other Demon Hunter specs and I don't really like them. So this is kind of my Blade Dance build, and PG explained on it. Could have done a lot better when it comes to playing objectives.